Hello everyone. In this video, we're gonna go over the history of cellular technology. Now, we're gonna discuss what is cellular technology, what is the future of cellular technologies. Now, the cellular technology is basically a type of communication network, with multiple small wireless network known as cells, as you see it right here. you know, known as cells at the last link of communication. Those last links, or what they call it, last mile cells, use a specific radio frequency allocated by the communication regulatory authorities. Now, the frequency band is divided into multiple channels to carry voice and data. Now, the frequency is reused in the other cells next to each other with particular design patterns so that the same frequencies do not create interference in the network. Now, as you see in the figure here, okay, the wireless network has multiple cells here, okay, that fully coordinate with each other and are controlled by other elements, such as the base station controller, BSC, the base transceiver station, BTS, and the mobile switching center, MSC. And of course, there's other data controlling units. In general, mobile cellular systems use wireless communication system and its controlling agent, referred to as the BSS, the base station subsystem, and the network subsystem, NSS. Now, the BSS consists of what? The BSC, BTS, and the radio antennas. On the other hand, NSS consists of data and voice communication controls, in addition to switching and some other function, that does some sort of controls as well. Now, the generation of cellular technology, here we have the zero generation, first generation, second generation, third, fourth, and fifth. So we're going to go over just each one of them very briefly here. Now, the first generation wireless phone patent in Kentucky in 1908. The first commercial wireless phone was launched back in 1940 by AT&T, and Motorola manufactures the first handheld mobile phone in 1973. Before that, you know, the mobile communication was through large machine installed in vehicles. I mean, that was the start of the mobile technology, in which wireless mobile set and wireless tower were used for wireless communication. Now, as for the first generation, this was analog signal technologies. It was used by AMPS in the US. The first generation network, the voice signals were modulated and transmitted into analog form. However, the first G did not support data or text services. Now, the second generation, it was first launched in the form of a global system for mobile communication known as a GSM in Finland. This was a digital network in which the voice communication over the last mile network was encrypted into a digital signal. The maximum data transfer speed was 40 kbps, very low speed, obviously. Later on, the enhanced data rate for GSM evolution, known as H data network, and provided speed up to 384 kbps. Now, the third generation here was standardized with International Mobile Telecommunication ITM-2000 and supported higher data speed as well as multiple applications, like voice over IP and multimedia. Now, the minimum data rate to qualify your network as a 4G was set at 144 kbps at peak network hours. A good example is the UMTS, which is stand for Universal Mobile Telecom Service, and the WiMAX. Now, the fourth generation here designed for broadband internet access on a cellular network. The first release of 4G, known as the long-term evolution, LTE, that's what it means. It was launched in Norway and Sweden back in 2009. The minimum data transfer speed of 4G is 100 megabit per second for high-speed mobility, such as cars, trains. Now, the fifth generation here, this is the fastest network. It offers super speed of internet with full mobility. It was first launched back in 2019. And you can see this is the official logo of 5G, uh, which was developed by third generation partnership project. Now, what is the future of cellular technology? Now, the future of cellular technology will remain very promising. Obviously, everybody needs to communicate, everybody needs to call, everybody wants to transfer data, everyone wants to use mobility to communicate using different gadgets, different technology. Okay, now in addition to this, right now, with emerging trends and technology, such as AI, virtual reality, IoT, and much more, all these technologies need the power of high-speed internet with 100% mobility support, 0% network latency, and uncompromised quality of service. Such a huge demand for the market can only be catered with the futuristic cellular technology, such as the sixth generation. Now, the sixth generation cellular technology will use fiber optic directly connected to the antenna with a high power optical to electromagnetic wave converter. Now, the frequency to be used in the futuristic technology will be an ultra high frequency in the infrared and microwave radiation range. Now, these frequency will be definitely in a terahertz range. There will be a huge number. By the way, I mean, we all know there'll be a huge number. Tens of billions of devices could be connected directly through the cellular network and will communicate with each other in real time, with interactive capabilities and mission critical precision. All of these will require high speed, no latency, redundant channels, and high speed of security, and more features. So, what will make the 6G generation different than the other? It might include the use of ultra high frequencies. It will use a smaller cells and multiple antennas. It will use ultra rapid electro-optical signal converters. There will be, or maybe there will be direct conversion of a signal at the start of the last mile boundary at the antennas to reduce the latency to the lowest level. And finally, it could have the nano cellular cells connected through 100s of gigabits per second speed links. So we will see what type of technology we have in the future once we get the sixth generation out. Okay. Thank you for watching. And this is the reference, the Securing Mobile Device and Technology book.